This one has two symbolic representation. The first one, it represents the ram's horn. The ram which was killed in the place of Isaac, the son of Abraham. Abraham was asked to offer his son for sacrifice. So Abraham takes his son to kill. When Abraham was going to kill his son, an angel appears to him and says to him that, Abraham, Abraham, don't hurt your son. Kill this ram instead. So this is a ram's horn.
Exactly.
In the New Testament, it represents the cross which upon Jesus Christ was crucified. So when they are chanting, they carry it. Which means Jesus carries the cross. So they move forward and backward. Which means when Jesus was taken to be crucified, he was pushed and pulled. That's the way to Golgotha.
Oh, wow.
This one has also another meaning. You know, this is sistre or jangling rattles, what the Europeans are calling, but we don't call it jangling rattles. It's prayers. I mean, sistren, like in the old Egypt, Egyptians used to have a musical instrument like this one. But in the church, it's got some symbolic representation. These two represent the divine and human nature of Christ. The three represent the three Trinity. The cross on the top is an Old Testament and New Testament. You know, this cross is the example of Christ. You know? This is the ladder. These two horizontal wires represent the ladder, which was used by angels to go up and down. When, for example, when Jacob was persecuted by his brother because he took his brother's blessing, and his brother was very angry and was going to kill him, and escaped from his brother and wanted to spend some time in his uncle's house. On the way to his uncle's house, Jacob was very tired and slept at a place called Loza. In his dream, he saw angels were going up and down. So that's what the ladder that he saw in his dream. So on the ladder, he saw angels were going up and down. So this is an example of the angels. And on the top of the ladder, he saw a king sitting. That's God, you know. So the movement represents the movement of angels from heaven to earth, earth to heaven.
Coming down,
And also the movement of Christ from Galilee to Jerusalem, Jerusalem to Galilee. He was preaching by going here and there. This is the spears which was used to pierce Jesus from his side. This is the hammer which was used to nail Jesus on the cross. The five totally, the five totally represent the five nails which were used to nail Jesus Christ on the cross. You know, Sador, Alador, Danat, Adera, and Rhodas. This is what it represents. You know, that's why we're not allowed to use piano, guitar. They don't have any biblical significance. Everything that we do is betterly but we explain the biblical story in a better way. You know, ours is the real way that we explain the life of Christ. That's why piano, guitar, all these things are used for secular music, not in a church music. You know, because they don't have any biblical significance.